Hello. Okay, I guess we're live here. Let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to install or get going with the Nodal.js web framework. Let's see, I'm going to start at, so if you go to nodaljs.com, you will see their main page, but if you want to try and get started with it, it just goes directly to the GitHub site for it. And in there are these steps to get started. So we're going to assume that you have Node installed. This one says version 6 and 6.0 or 6x, 6 and above, but I'm going to hope that it works with what I have. So I have 5.4, so let's hope that works. So we're just gonna run a normal npm install. Oh, I guess first I should say that I'm running off of Windows 10, so that may cause some complications, we'll see. So I've already done the npm install nodal global flag. So I assume you're familiar with npm and npm install. It's just going to pull down all the packages necessary for the Nodal tool and put it in whatever directory. So I'm in just Nodal example off my GitHub folder. So you can put it wherever you want. Let's see. Next it says go into your project folder, which we are already in, and run nodal new. So let's see what that does. Okay, so now it's going to go through a wizard of asking you things, settings for the your application. Name is just going to be node example. I'll put my name. Now it's going to create all these folders and files for you. If you're familiar with Ruby on Rails or Laravel or Durandal, this is pretty much doing the exact same thing as all those frameworks. And then it says, okay, now that installed all those files, you can now type nodal s, and it starts a web server for you. So let's see what that does. Oh, right away, here we go with some problems. Okay, so it's saying that we don't have a package JSON. Okay, well, no, I don't have a package JSON because I never did npm init, but it never told me I had to do that. Did it? No. npm install nodal, user terminal, visit your project folder, run nodal new. Nope. So I don't know what it's talking about, so I just have to do an npm init, which is what you normally have to do, but didn't tell me to do that explicitly. Trying to get Nodal to work. Just pushing yes for all the defaults. So now we'll try to do Nodal s after I did an npm init. Whoops. Still not working. Missing script start. Okay, so I don't have a, so I'm going to do a, I'm using Visual Studio Code as my editor, so if I just do a code dot, it's going to bring it up. And if I look in here, I'm going to see, oh, I see what happened. I didn't go into the directory. Okay. It created a subdirectory under the directory it was in. Got it. Okay, it looks like the server is listening on port 3000. So if I just go to localhost 3000, okay, so now we are serving up a default route. So if we go into okay, let me open another command line to that. Little example. Okay, so we got the, side note, when you're watching this not live, you probably want to fast forward or not fast forward, increase the speed, because since I'm doing this on the fly, things are going really slow. So let's see. Here you can see our folder structure in VS Code again, and we can see in apps, controllers. This is very similar to, I'm used to Laravel, so I can see the similarities between that. So in the router, under the apps folder, this is where it defines what routes it recognizes. So if you look down here, you'll see router is the /, which is the home, and it uses the index controller, which it imported up here, and it registers that as the controller to use at this default route. So if we go to the index controller, you can see that on it for a get, it is just doing a it's just doing a response with JSON, which means that it's just going to respond with that raw JSON. So this is all well and good. So let's continue on with what are in the instructions. So it says, let's see, hooking up your database. Once Nodal is up and running, it's likely that you'll want to connect your project to a database. Nodal comes packaged with migrations, Query Composer, and full Postgres integration. So first, we got to install Postgres. So let's look for Postgres and interactive installer by Enterprise DB. So with the binaries, Windows, yeah, download the installer. Okay, I've never installed Postgres before, so I don't really know what this is requiring. And also, I don't know how, let's see, create user Postgres, default Postgres. Okay, I'll just assume that it's going to work. Yeah.